How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store has kicked off their end of the year sale, and I'll be doing my typical videos looking at deals under $5, $10. Just give me a little bit to go through the entirety of the sale, but I did see one deal that totally jumped out at me. I think somebody left a comment highlighting this deal as well. And then I saw it, it was live, and I'm like, okay, I gotta give this game a shout. It's at a historic low price point, 95% off for just $1.49, and it's an excellent game. Since we're looking at something super cheap, after that, I'll also highlight some other under $2 games that did stand out to me. Again, these are games that are not going to be big undertakings. They're not going to be blowaway titles, but if you're looking for interesting games on the cheap, I haven't played all of these titles, so keep that in mind. But everybody's always asked me, you know, mention new games, mention other titles, highlight some of the smaller games, and then you get the comments of when I do highlight some of the smaller stuff being like, why are you talking about this garbage? I get it, it's different people commenting different things, but you can please some of the people some of the times. You can't please everyone all the times, or whatever the saying is. You guys get the idea. Try to do my best, but nonetheless, the major deal that I do want to highlight that I think most people are going to really enjoy, if you have yet to play it, it is 95% off for $1.49. That is Frictional Games' Soma. This is a game that I played back in 2015, literally on the day it came out, and I was blown away by it. I don't know why I decided to pick up Soma right when it came out, because don't get me wrong, I liked Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and I liked those games, but back in 2015, I wouldn't say my gaming palette has expanded to the level it had now, and while I was somewhat into horror games, I certainly liked games like Resident Evil 4, Dead Space. It was very much more so leaning on the action-y horror games, a la Resident Evil 4 and Dead Space. Soma very much is all about the atmosphere. However, I would say that Soma is one of those games, really Soma and Metro 2033 are the two games that I would highlight in terms of games that showed me how impactful an atmosphere and the vibes can be in terms of immersing you and engrossing you into the game, because I was blown away by Soma. It's a psychological horror game in an underwater remote research facility, and it's not a game about, you know, being super action heavy. It is all about narrative, it is all about the tension in the game, and then after playing through Soma, which by the way, fairly short game, I was like, okay, this is one style of horror game that I can really, really get into in terms of what resonates with me. Now, it's been quite a while since I played Soma, but it is an experience that will stick with you for a little while. I just think it's a really, really well-designed game. However, you know, when it came out, I could understand $30 for a game that isn't super lengthy. I could understand you being pushed away from that, but I would definitely give this game a shot. I think it's super compelling, and for $1.49, I just think this is an excellent pickup. You know, there are a lot of deals on the PlayStation Store that kind of come and go. Sometimes I think it would behoove the developers and publishers to do like a deep discount like that. And I'm not saying you run this level of a discount like a Soma at $1.49 every time Soma goes on sale, but for one sale, maybe you know, once every 2 to 3 years, you put a game like this super discounted, and then you get a lot more people to check it out and then talk about it, and I feel like, you know, it'll just get a lot of people to buy it, and then ultimately, those people will also talk about the game, and then when it goes on sale again, let's say for $3.99 or $5.99, more people will check it out. I just think that's something smart to do instead of the same mundane, okay, this game's $4.99, okay, that game is $8.99, like it always is, and wow, what a hot take from me. I want cheaper games, I want games to go on bigger discounts, but I've seen Steam do it with their deep discount section every major Steam sale, and I feel like those games get a lot of traction. I want to see more of that on the PlayStation Store, and again, I know, what a hot take here, guys! I want games to be cheaper, like I said, but like, I think it could benefit, you know, a lot of publishers and developers. When you do see a deal like Soma for $1.49, it just stands out so much, and in a sale, the year-end sale where there's literally 4,500 deals, this is the one that stands out the most to me. So I highly, highly recommend the game. I do believe it was a PlayStation Plus title at some point, but nonetheless, $1.49 on that is a bargain, and even if you're not the biggest on horror games, I would say give this game a shot. I think it'll surprise a lot of you guys, and I preferred this game over all of the Amnesia games. It was just much more up my alley. So again, $1.49 on that I think is great. Alright, since we're on the topic of super cheap games, I dug up a couple of other under $2 games that I think would interest you guys. First of all, we have Lacuna, 90% off for $1.99. I've mentioned this a few times, and it's a game that's always kind of stood out to me. The game notes. You are Neil Conrad, CDI agent, awoken by the news of a murder. You rush into a case that'll soon turn your life and the whole solar system upside down. Ask questions, collect evidence, and put the pieces together until the ugly truth reveals itself or not. No takebacks. The story branches and ends based on your actions. There's no going back. Sure, you can rush your way to the end if you don't mind paying the price. Play your cards right, and you might make it out alive. Some questions don't have a right answer. Will you sell out a friend to protect your family? Will you endanger a loved one in exchange for public safety? Will you keep the peace or reveal the horrible, world-shattering truth? If you're into narrative-driven, decision-based games, might be something worthwhile to check out. Minute of Islands is 90% off for $1.99. It notes, explore strange and wonderful islands and dark labyrinths below in this narrative puzzle platformer. Guide young mechanic Mo on her quest to repair a world on the brink of collapse. The powerful Omni switch at your disposal may not be enough to fix the damage that hides beneath the surface. Wield the powerful Omni switch throughout story-based environmental puzzles and platform gameplay to regain control over the Giants' machines. Face the dark truth beneath the island's surface and unravel an emotional, poetic story and explore a fantastic, handcrafted world across multiple unique islands. Meet curious characters and creatures and uncover the archipelago's secrets. That is on sale for just $1.99 as well. Next up, we have Orbital Bullet. Now, $1.99 for the base price, 99 cents if you're a Plus subscriber. A fast-paced 360-degree action platformer with roguelite elements where all actions take place in a circular pattern. Fight your way through a variety of procedural planets and use body modifications, crafting upgrades, and heavy weaponry. 360-degree hard-boiled gunplay. Projectiles traverse in a 360-degree pattern, allowing for a new unrivaled gunplay feeling. Just one more run. Procedurally generated planets means enemies, badass bosses, diverse weaponry, and game-changing upgrades guarantee addictive gameplay. Make the most satisfying long-range curved snipes you have ever done, or blast and shred enemies with a load of your hyper shotgun. Or are you more of a rocket launcher fella? Fast-paced, unrelenting pixel-style action gameplay. Each death is permanent, but let's be honest, dying is part of the fun. That is on sale, $1.99, 99 cents if you're a Plus subscriber. 3 minutes to 8 is 90% off for $1.49. Set in the near future, 3 minutes to 8 is a mind-bending pixel art adventure game that breaks the mold by introducing an intriguing twist. The protagonist is destined to meet their demise at precisely 7:57 p.m. However, hope is not lost. It's up to you to unravel what lies beneath, uncover secret paths, find ways to cheat death, and unlock multiple endings. Each run is distinct, with randomized elements and unique events, urging you to revisit the game multiple times to discover all of its hidden mysteries. Find yourself in an ever-evolving gaming experience mimicking a borderline state of mind that teeters on the edge of consciousness, where everything is possible yet remains elusive. Embark on a unique adventure while exploring philosophical themes such as self-reflection, free will, and the nature of time and the universe. Experience an unusual gameplay loop where the main character always dies at 7:57. Find a way to escape death and reach one of the 10+ endings and immerse yourself in an ever-changing narrative. Each run is different with randomized characters, environments, and elements, and cyberpunk aesthetics. Beautiful pixel art characters and frame-by-frame animations blended with 3D voxel environments, creating a distinctive visual style as well. All that for $1.49. This is one of those games that does have a PS4 and PS5 version, so I feel like looking at it, whenever I go into the under $2 section, because it's riddled with a lot of clutter and games that are clearly just, I don't know, would slot be the right word? A lot of them have PS4 and PS5 versions to take up 2 slots in the PlayStation Store. 3 minutes to 8 is one of those games that does have a PS4 and PS5 version, and I don't know why you really need a PS4 and PS5 version. Nonetheless, it is one of those games that I feel like is a worthwhile under $2 game and not one of those thrown together games. Moving on from that, we do have Pinstripe, 90% off for $1.49. I think this game from a tonality standpoint looks great as well. Game was really well received on top of that, and best of all, it is down to just $1.49. As I mentioned, a really strong reception on this game, and it's got a very positive review reception, 1,944 reviews, 89% positive, and a 4.41. The Steam reception is 89% positive. I kind of prefer that over the star rating system on PlayStation Store, but nonetheless, explore 6 hauntingly beautiful levels of hell using your slingshot to fight your way through bizarre beasts and interesting puzzles. Hang out with your family pet George and sniff out clues as you listen to an immersive and unique soundtrack written by the game's creator and discover the mystery behind Teddy and Bo's death, brought to life through talented professional performances and featuring celebrity cameos as well. All of that for just $1.49. All of that in Pinstripe, and a really strong reception if you're looking for something something, you know, atmospherically a little dark, this might be one to check out. And then lastly, I Am the Hero is 80% off for $1.99. A love note to retro gaming riff from the fuzzy memories of the developers' childhoods and seasoned with wild passion for fighting games. If you want a truly modern reinterpretation of classic gaming, then it's the time to join the fate and answer one simple question: are you the hero? Enjoy fast-paced retro action inspired by modern and old-school classics. I Am the Hero will give you a shot of nostalgia and adrenaline that you've been craving. So what are you waiting for? It's time to join the fight. It's got local co-op, fast-moving fluid combat, freestyle combos, and critical blink as well. And if you buy it, you do get the PlayStation Vita version. I always like to give a shout out to my Vita heads out there. But that'll do it for me. Again, mainly wanted to highlight the deal on Soma. I think that deal is absolutely phenomenal for $1.49. I highly recommend that. And some other solid deals on games under $2. You know, these aren't the games that are going to get a lot of traction, but still worthwhile to be aware of. And, you know, for all of you trophy hunters out there, I'm sure you can get some trophies out of these titles as well. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.